I'm Dave Scott, and I got your question from the Luray Triathlon. You had a question about nutrition, and your specific question was, you do well in the fall races when it's cooler, and under hot conditions you can suffer a little bit. You had a question specifically about possibly sodium and taking enough sodium. So let me see if I can answer your question. If it is a hot day, a humid day, conditions are difficult for everyone. Some people have a higher sweat rate, and some people suffer a little bit more. I would make sure that you experiment leading up to this race, and you have plenty of lead time right now, and recognize that your salt intake may be on the high side if you're a higher sweater. Let me give you some ranges. If you're a heavier sweater, take a look at the total sodium from your fluid replacement drink and also the salt stick that you had suggested that you might be taking in. Somewhere between around 900 to 1500 milligrams per hour on the bike is on the high end. If you're on the medium end, between about 500 and 800, and on the low end between about 250 to 500. So if you can kind of follow those ranges, and or you haven't had any difficulty, don't change anything. That's the cue. But since you suffer a little bit, you may need to have a little more sodium. That sodium helps retain the cell full of water. And you also had suggested that you're drinking as much water as you can. Big mistake. You're not a camel. When you take in a lot of water, that dilutes the blood sodium levels. So you may need to add fluid replacement drink, reduce the amount of water that you're actually taking in. And one way to check this is take a look at your weight loss in your training session. So for example, you weigh yourself nude before you go out, weigh yourself afterwards. Most people can get by with between about 1.5% to 2% body weight loss. Anything beyond 2%, we start to suffer a little bit, and your stroke volume, amount of blood that you pump per beat, goes up. Your cooling mechanism is compromised. So if you lose over 2% of your body weight on any given day, longer, harder day on your rides, you may need to increase your fluid replacement drink and or water and salt. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in Luray.